Hi, this is Nelson. Um, in this video, I'm gonna be walking you through a project I built using Erlang. It's a pattern matching game where the computer generates a random sequence of letters, and the player has to guess the sequence. So this project helped me explore Erlang syntax, recursion, pattern matching, and working with the user input. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen to launch the game. Okay, I'm going to the directory where I have the game, which is download and all right, let's go. Okay, it's okay. So now let's just run the game. All right, as you can see, once the game starts, it first greets the player and asks um how long the pattern should be. So the player has get the chance to choose the length of the pattern. So the letters come from a set of A, B, C, and D. So let's choose a pattern. So let's choose three. All right. So once we choose three, now it tells us the format to format our guess like A, B, C. So let's enter a guess. Let's say A, B, C. All right. As you can see, we have feedbacks about which letter is in the correct place, which is misplaced. So we have one misplaced letters. So we don't know what is it yet. So let's try A, C, B. All right, let's try B, C, A. Still not. Um, let's try C, A, B. All right, we got one in the correct place. So let's try C, um, D, E. All right, I guess it right. So when we guess it right, it congratulates the user and it shows the guesses, my guesses, the guesses I entered, and it tell me in how many attempts I I win the game. And it asks me if I want to play again. I might say yes or no. If I say yes, the game will start over again. So let's just say no. All right, thanks for playing. Now, let me walk you through the code. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing and share the Visual Studio Code. All right, so the game, everything is in the in one module called match game. So we have here first we have the start function. So the start function begins the game. It prints a welcoming message. Um, it prints a welcoming message and asks the user for a pattern length. Alright. And then it builds an example guess like ABC based on that input. Then it generates a random pattern and calls the main game loop right here. And the now the pattern generate the generate pattern function and also the generate random list. So these two functions they have the available letters. The generate pattern have the available letters that the guess will be choose from. So it will be A, B, C, or D. It cannot be any other letters. And we use recursion with random unit uniform um, to pick n letters from that list, n random letters from that list. And here we have the loop. The loop function is the main game logic. So this function handle each round of guessing. So it reads the player's input and it parses it into a list of atoms and checks the guesses against secret pattern. So if the length is wrong, down here we have invalid guess length. It gives this warning if the length is wrong. All right. Now, if the guess is correct, it congratulates the user. This case, if guess is correct, it congratulates the user and show the guesses history and ask if the player wants to replay the game. All right. Other than that, the games continue. The game continue to play. And we also have the parse input function, which takes a strings like ABC and turns it into a list, and it using string tokens and maps each piece into an atom. Now, give feedback, count correct, count misplaced, and count duplicate. These functions right here, they count correct and they compare position. For example, um count correct first, count correct, and compares the guess and pattern by position. Count misplaced here checks for correct letters in the wrong position. And count duplicates right here just counts how many items are in the list. And at the end of the game, this ask replay function asks the user if they want to play again. If yes, if they tap Y, the start function is called, so the game starts over again. Otherwise, the game will stop and the user will see the message thanks for playing. So this is the project I built with Erlang. I'm getting started learning Erlang, and it helped me understand how recursion works in Erlang and how to handle user input and also how to structure an interactive terminal game using functional programming. So I hope this walkthrough helps you understand the project and some basic Erlang's syntax. Thanks for watching. All right.